Hey, how's it going, everyone? What's up? And welcome to my Sunday DC news topic for this week. I probably should have made a video on this topic. Once again, my dog freaks out as soon as I start recording. I should have made a video on this topic like a week ago, because that's when it came out. Anyways, but here it is now. Now, I do have something to ask before we get into it. What should I do for my 1,000 subscriber special? We are approaching that at an alarming rate, and I have no clue what I'm going to do, so leave suggestions for that down in the comments below. But yeah, let's get into the video. So anyways, what I'm going to do in this video is list the characters that are going to be in the show as soon as it starts, and then the characters who are missing from the show right as of now, or maybe they just haven't been announced. But yeah, let's start with Nightwing. He's going to be Robin at the start of this. He's going to have just left Batman to work in Boston as a detective. And yeah, that's basically all the info we have on him. There will probably not be any Batman for a while because they didn't exactly split on the best of terms in the comics, I don't believe. So yeah. Do I see him becoming Nightwing in Season 1? Maybe the end of the Season 1. It's probably going to be like in Arrow where Oliver moves from the Vigilante to the Hood to Arrow. And then Season 4 is probably Green Arrow. I do think, and this would be really cool, if Nightwing, instead of when he becomes Nightwing getting that automatically cool blue suit that we all know him for, he gets the very first Nightwing suit he had in the comics. It's like that weird glittery one. I don't know, it would just be cool to have a shout out to that. Moving on though, to one that kinda threw me off, but I mean, it wasn't totally out of the ballpark like the one after this one. But Barbara Gordon, she's already Oracle, but was known as Batgirl before. And she is in the wheelchair, which opens up the possibility for the Joker. If they got Batman, they got the rights for Batman and Nightwing, then why couldn't we see the Joker? And she's basically the Felicity of the group. Now, there's going to be some interesting triangles, love triangles, that I'll talk about later when we get to our last character. But yeah, that's Barbara Gordon, Batgirl. And then the one that completely threw me off because it's just weird. Hawk and Dove. They threw me off because they've never been in Teen Titans before. It's going to be the Hank Hall and Dawn Granger version, and they will have a romantic thing going on. So this is definitely unexpected, and I'm not sure that I like it yet. They're going to have to cast some really good people and make the character's story really good to actually have me on these two. Because they could have had one of 6 that I'm going to name in the missing instead of these two. Probably 2 of the 6. Hell, I could have settled for 1. I don't like Hawk and Dove. They're just not interesting to me. Like, the most significant thing that happened to them in the comics was Dawn Hall died in Infinite Crisis. Or Crisis on Infinite Earths. I don't remember. But, I mean, I just don't know. And now on to Raven. I'm really excited for Raven. It's going to be Rachel Routh, and she's going to be a complete badass. Now, they didn't release much information for Raven, besides all the Trigon things and her having to hold back from basically killing people like her natural demon instinct is. But that's basically all the info we got for Raven, so I guess we'll go ahead and move on. And our last character that has been announced is Starfire. Her and Raven will only appear at the very end of the pilot episode, and of course, Starfire will probably have a romantic thing with Dick, just like in the comments. And as far as that love triangle goes, it'll probably be Barbara, Starfire, and Dick. And it's probably gonna piss Barbara off a lot, just because, you know, they grew up together, I'm assuming already, so, you know, of course, she probably thinks, I don't know, I never understood that stuff. But it's going to be cool to see Kory on the show. If you guys didn't know, her name is Kory Andros. She will be an alien like usual. If she wasn't an alien, that wouldn't make sense at all. But yeah, let's move on to our missing character. Now, the first 2 on here they make sense. But the 3rd one and the 4th one kind of make me a little bit angry. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into them. Our first one is Arsenal. Now, the reason that they might not be having him on here, they might just be giving him time enough to build on his Arsenal persona on Arrow. I mean, yeah, it's going to be at the end of season 3 before anything happens for Titans. But they might just give him season 4 and introduce him in season 2 or the halfway mark for the season of Titans. I don't know. But yeah. Now, another one is Kid Flash. And they could just be waiting a season or 2 to let the Flash introduce him. And let them... Jesus Christ, what kind of breath was that? Sorry about that. And give the Flash to build on his character a little bit, just like Arsenal. And then let him cross over a little bit, if they're connected. Still have no word on that, if they are or not, I don't think. And another missing character is Beast Boy. Could be the exact reason why I said in my previous Titans video, he might just cost too much, but that's not saying he'll never be introduced. Beast Boy is one of the main, Titans characters, just like Nightwing, Raven, Starfire, and Cyborg, who is missing too. I'll get to that in a second. They're the mains. You expect them to be there. And that's why this makes me mad. I understand this is not a movie. They don't have the budget of the movie. That's probably why Green Lantern might not happen on the CW. But still, he's a main. At least give a reason why he's not there, if he's not going to be there. So moving on, Cyborg. Again, he'll probably cost too much and might be introduced later on. This is another one of those that needs a reason if he's not going to be there, like, ever. But... you know, he might be there. I mean, Cyborg, Beast Boy, Raven, Starfire, those are going to cost a shit ton if they're on there. Just Raven and Starfire is going to cost a ton. With the rest on this missing characters list, you know, and cost a ton too. But yeah, Cyborg's not there. Kind of upsetting too. But yeah, let's move on again. So our next missing character is Wonder Girl. She's Donna Troy is a main. I put Wonder Girl because they're basically the same person, I think. I'm, again, not sure. I know there's Cassandra Cain, and then there's Donna Troy. They'll probably use the Donna Troy if they use a version. But she'll probably be introduced later in the season or season 2. I definitely think this is one of them that will be introduced. In one of the seasons 1, 2, or 3. But... moving on to our last one. So our last one is Superboy. He'll probably be introduced later on in the season, or again, season 2. But they might stay away from him because of the name. They already got the names of Nightwing, Batman, and probably the Joker. So, I mean, just to have Superman on there too, that's probably a little bit expensive to have the rights to that, or just the rights to use that. So, they might stay away from Superboy because of that reason. I definitely like to see a Young Justice version of Superboy on the show. But again, they have Superboy, they'll have to make known that Superman is there. And it might just get too expensive. Now, just to be clear, just because I named all the characters that have a possibility of being on the Titans doesn't mean that they will. I mean, you can't have 12 main characters, mainly because of money. And let alone Kid Flash, Beast Boy, Cyborg, Starfire, and Raven. If they were all on the show at once, the show would be like 12 minutes long because that would be expensive as fuck. But do I think the show's still going to be good? I think it's going to be great. Hell yeah, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be a lot better if it crosses over with Arrow and the Flash and Supergirl, if all 4 of those can cross over. And hell, if it crosses over with Supergirl, there's a possibility of her being on the show. But yeah, they need to invent something. I saw this on, like, somewhere, I forgot where it was, but this guy said they need to invent something called DC TV, where it just has all the DC shows that are coming on 24/7 just on this channel, and they air the new episodes. I think that's genius, man. But yeah. Anyways, guys, I want to go ahead and thank you for watching this enormous video. I usually don't make videos this long, but there was a lot of info, a lot of missing things, and I just like to explain all that. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. See you guys on the next one. Peace.